Why will coronavirus erupt in New Jersey? For the past 6,000 years, the Chinese Feng Shui Masters have been documenting and tracking the location and duration of these bad magnetic fields. I, Christos Bouloutis, am a Feng Shui Master who was fortunate to have studied with the top 5 Feng Shui Masters globally over the last 30 years. Over this time, I have managed to master over 6,000 mathematical and geometrical formulas, which we use to be able to determine where in the building will these bad magnetic fields be located and where will the good magnetic fields be located in the building. Secondly, we go and look at when will these bad magnetic fields be there and for how long. 5 deadly yellow will enter the east part of your building on the 4th of February 2020, and it'll peak in strength between the 5th of March to the 4th of April. A second very bad magnetic field is called the two sickness magnetic field, which will move to the south part of your building on the 4th of February 2020, and it'll peak in strength between the 5th of March to the 4th of April. The third thing that we have a look at in the building is who will it affect in the building. Will it affect the grandfather? Will it affect the grandmother? Will it affect the father? Will it affect the mother? Will it affect the elder son? Will it affect the middle son? Will it affect the eldest daughter? Or will it affect the middle daughter? Fourthly, we have a look at which body part will it affect. It will affect the metal part of the body, which is the lungs, the large intestine, and that part of the body. So you'll find this part of the body will be vulnerable, especially in this case of coronavirus. And point 5, how can we avoid it? We know that the 5 deadly yellow will be in the east part of your building, and the two sickness magnetic field will be in the south part of the building. So you make sure you don't go and sleep in the south part of a room or the south part of your building, or you don't go sleep in the east part of your building or the east part of a room during that time period, as these bad magnetic fields will weaken the immunity of your body, and thus people fall sick a lot easier. You could go and sleep in one of the green areas. It should be relatively safe during this time period, but even this might be a bit irresponsible for us to give you this information. It would be better for you to contact me to do a proper Feng Shui audit containing all 6,000 combinations of formulas. By using these Feng Shui formulas, we can accurately predict what will happen. The results of this will be shown statistically. The University of Washington took coronavirus outbreak statistics and put them on a map of North America. If I take a map of North America and we go and divide it into 8 different directions, on the 4th of February 2020 till the 4th of February 2021, there's a very bad magnetic field called the 5 deadly yellow, which goes to the east part of North America. It'll peak in strength between the 5th of March to the 4th of April. This will weaken the immunity of people's bodies, and they have a higher probability of falling sick. As you can see in the state of New Jersey, there's a higher infection rate than the rest of the states in the US. So by looking at the statistics of New Jersey, you can see the disastrous effects of a 5 deadly yellow in the east part of the United States, thus weakening the immunity of the population and causing an eruption of coronavirus cases in this part of the world. Between the 5th of March to the 4th of April. The good news is that this magnetic field will be weakened after the 4th of April. It might not reduce the course of coronavirus spread, but doctors will have a better result in curing patients. Unfortunately, this 5 deadly yellow in the east will again peak in strength between the 6th of June to the 7th of July, and again between the 8th of December 2020 to the 4th of January 2021. Here we can clearly see the hologram effect. If you take the actual state of New Jersey and we divide it into 8 different directions, the 5 deadly yellow goes to the east part of the state. So the actual cities in the east part of the state will be the ones which will have the highest rate of coronavirus infection. The University of Virginia put a coronavirus outbreak statistics on a map in a form of a timeline. We can clearly see that the 5 deadly yellow would have moved into the east part of the state in the beginning of February, around about the 4th of February, and it would have reached its peak strength between the 5th of March to the 4th of April. So you can see the progress of the disease over time. So you can clearly see that all the cities in the east part of the state will be the ones that will be affected most, and the people's immunity will drop, and this will cause them to be more susceptible to the disease. So you'll get the highest infection rates in the east part of the state. Health map and map box show a visual timeline of the coronavirus eruption, especially in the east part of the country. If we look at the statistics on a map, you'll see it's exactly what the Feng Shui formulas are talking about. Our universe being a hologram, I will show you how you can use this information to prevent the weakening of your immune system. If we take your bedroom and we divide it into 8 different directions, during 2020, there is a very bad magnetic field called the 5 deadly yellow that moves to the east part of your bedroom. And it will peak in strength between the 5th of March to the 4th of April 2020. Thus, anyone sleeping in the east part of a building or east part of a bedroom, it'll cause your immunity to be weakened, and if your immunity is weakened, you'll be more susceptible to falling sick. Also, after the 4th of February 2020, there is a very bad magnetic field called the two-sickness magnetic field, which moves to the south part of your bedroom or your home. Thus, if a person had to sleep in the south part of the building, it would weaken your immunity, and the chances of you getting sick would be a lot higher. The strength of this two-sickness magnetic field will peak between the 5th of March to the 4th of April 2020 in the south part of the building. So please, during the year of 2020, do not go and sleep in the east part of your bedroom, or do not go and sleep in the south part of your bedroom. Because if you do, it will weaken your immunity and you will end up getting sick. Thus, for this year of 2020, you should be safe sleeping in any of the other directions. Although it would be more responsible of me to actually do a full Feng Shui audit for you. By taking into account the 6,000 combinations of formulas of the surrounding environment that affect your daily lives, I will mention just a few of the things that we look at when we do a Feng Shui audit. We look at the effect of the cosmos on us through time. Another thing that we look at is the effect of the surrounding mountains around your building and how these mountains redirect the wind and what energies they are emitting, positive energies or negative energies. Another very important thing that we look at is what direction the rivers are entering or exiting your surroundings. Do these enter from an auspicious direction where it will bring wealth and prosperity to you, or do they enter from an inauspicious direction which will bring ill health, sex scandals, and financial bankruptcy? Another very important aspect that we look at is the incoming and outgoing direction of roads. Are they bringing energy in, which is good, or are they bringing energy in, which is very inauspicious? We also look at the effect of T-junctions and dead ends. Why do you think they call them dead ends? The most important factor that we look at in a building is the front door of the building. This is the mouth of the building. You got to make sure that you balance this door direction with the 6,000 external environmental factors that will affect the person's health in the building and the person's livelihood. Another very important aspect that we look at is the landscaping of the garden, especially the positioning of the pool. If you are standing inside your house, looking out of your front door, and if you had to place the pool in front of your house on the left-hand side of the door, it will bring you immense wealth and good fortune. If you had to put the water on the right-hand side of the door, then you'd have big problems. There'd be sex scandals in your home. Another problem would be if you had to put the water at the back of the house, it'll bring you ill health, bad relationships that can lead to divorce or infertility. Please do not use the above as they are very general. The location and direction of the bed in the house is of vital importance, as each building carries 81 different magnetic fields, and these magnetic fields can be auspicious. They can bring you good health, good relationships, good money luck, good business success, or they can be inauspicious and they'll bring you ill health, bad relationships to the point of divorce and even infertility. By placing the kids in the right direction, they'll end up having great health, great results at school, and they can get great success in their careers. You have to place the kitchen and the dining room in an auspicious location. In today's modern world, we always put the living room, the sitting room, the TV room in an auspicious area of the house, because we spend a lot of time entertaining people, watching TV, having family time. The toilets and bathrooms we always put in the inauspicious part of the house. We are fortunate enough that in today's world, I am working in association with construction companies that tailor-make homes for different families according to the birth charts. If we look at two different individuals, for example, John, born in 1970, according to John's birth chart, if we place him in a west direction and location bedroom, as you can see from the chart, the quality of the energy in that part of the bedroom is minus 90%. This is disastrous for him on the following aspects. He will be plagued with recurring colds, fevers, postnasal drips, bronchitis, tachypalmias, claustrophobias, and panic attacks, and many other problems. His relationships will be a disaster, and his business will be a failure. If we look at a second individual, a guy called Harry, for example, born in 1976, and according to his birth chart, if we had to place him to sleep in a west-facing direction or location in the home, that part of the building is plus 90 for him. So that will bring him great health, wealth, and prosperity in his life and super relationships. By subscribing on our channel, you'll be notified of all the new programs we'll make. I hope this information can help humanity during its darkest hour.